Hello and welcome to Female Founders. I'm your host, Rachel McCord. On today's show, we have Julie Macklowe, founder and CEO of the Macklowe. We also have Valentina Ferrer, CEO and co-founder of Kapowder. This is a show you don't want to miss. And we're here with Julie Macklowe, founder and CEO of the Macklowe. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Doing awesome.
Oh my goodness, girl, you have done a lot of stuff. You're what I would call a serial entrepreneur. You have done it all. You came from hedge funds to organic cosmetics and now whiskey. Can you tell us how you built so many incredible brands?
Absolutely. You know, it's a totally normal background to go from hedge funds to whiskey. So I actually started my career back in the hedge fund industry. Back in the day, I was running money for Steve Cohen and then Izzy Englander, fairly well-known names. And I did that for about a decade and a half. And I was sitting one day and I was working with these gals I had given a seed investment to called Bubble Bar, actually. I was like, wow, what they're doing is way more interesting than what I do on a daily basis. I'm like, I'm gonna go start a company. So clearly I had lost my mind a little bit and I decided to start a skincare company, knowing nothing about skincare. And I started this cosmetics company called V-Beauté, which was based on the Swiss Alpine rose, a flower that lives for over 100 years, dies and rejuvenates itself. And I was on Home Shopping Network for about 7 years and about 200 boutiques, including Bergdorf, Fred Siegel, Nordstrom's, running around the country selling cosmetics. And then one day I had a later life child who's now about 5, and I was like, wait, what I really know how to do is packaging and marketing. What I really love is whiskey and golf. I'm lousy at golf, but I'm a scratch drinker. And I was staring at my collection, and I'm like, wait, I've American, Canadian, Taiwanese, Japanese. I have scotches from 1936 to present day. I have a few thousand bottles of whiskey. I'm like, how come there's no high-end luxury American single malt? So I'm like, obviously I need to go create that. I was a huge collector, a lover of whiskey, and I'd never really met one I didn't like. And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go follow my dream. And so that's how we started the Macklowe whiskey.
That's incredible. And it seems like you have an insane fan base. You did your first one, then you released your second and third launches. They sold out within minutes. Talk about incredible marketing and sales. Can you talk about how you have done so many incredible things in sales and marketing?
Yeah, so what was really exciting is actually, you're the first to see this, by the way.
Really?
This is our brand new gold release. This is the Kentucky liquid that I started working on in 2019 with Ian McMillan. We scoured the country looking for all of these different distillery partners, ended up working with this amazing facility in Kentucky, and this is the liquid Ian and I started from scratch. During COVID, as you know, things went crazy, and there was this tiny little distillery in Oregon that had a handful of casks. Only 22 or 24 of these casks were ever made. That was what's in our black bottle. It's our private collection. We're on our 7th bottling as of right now, and I can never replicate those casks. Like an idiot, I took them down from Oregon to Kentucky, where my first bottling I had about 260 bottles. My last one we only made 189 because it's much hotter in Kentucky than Oregon, so the liquid evaporates super quick. It also made it mature much quicker, which is why it tastes so good. This is almost actually is a 9-year-old liquid, and it's really an example of a single cask, which means it's not multiple barrels. So Ian McMillan, our head blender, distiller, Glenguy, Deanson, Budenhaben, he's one of the great masters of the world. He chose this cask because of its rare quality. He was blown away after trying hundreds of samples. And then this is actually the first of its kind. It's 11 casks that Ian blended together. It's our Char 3 first edition, and we only have a couple thousand bottles of this. So we make less than 1,000 of the black bottle an entire year. Our first release on the gold bottle, which is only $250, so it'll be like your $40 to $60 shot. It's super limited as well.
Wow.
But we're really excited.
I love that approach because I think the limited luxury branding that you've done, it truly is limited. You just can't get it. And so that, I'm sure, lends itself to to sales and marketing. What are some other tips and secrets that you can give to how to build a brand and to really market it well?
Well, it was funny you say that. So before, when I did the first packaging edition, I showed it to a friend of mine who's chairman of a distillery. He's like, Julie, that just isn't you, that bottle. He's like, you need to make something that's you. So I went back to the drawing board and I based on a Hemmerly ring and my love of flasks. So I was like, I want something that embodies me. But you know, the hardest part of this, because American single malt is just becoming a category of its own, it's not even yet approved. Hopefully by the time we launch this gold bottle, it will be approved in June. It's really exploding as a category. Wow. And there's so little liquid out there as a result, because people have been laying down bourbon and scotch, I don't know, for centuries, right? American single malt's this nascent little industry where I think the oldest liquid is probably some stuff like this, where it's in the 10-year range if you're lucky.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. So you've had success in so many different sectors, from hedge funds to cosmetics to whiskey, and you've stepped into these businesses from your own acknowledgement of not having a ton of experience in it, but you've figured it out. You've brought the right people on board. What consistencies have you seen in those businesses that has made you so successful in all sectors? So
as crazy as it is, skincare and whiskey are sort of similar, right? It's marketing, it's packaging, it's fabulous stuff inside of a bottle, and a benefit to the consumer. For me, it's drinking. So, you know, in terms of finance, I always tell everyone, if you can go start in finance, all the better. It's great to know how to run a cash flow sheet, a balance sheet, an income statement, so that hopefully you have enough money to stay in business, which is always obviously my primary focus, is making sure we continue another day. In terms of marketing and branding, I've just really taken influence from a lot of my favorite brands, whether it's Hermes or Ferrari or Louis Vuitton, and all these amazing brands that inspire me on a day-to-day basis, and said, that's who we are, that's the sort of person we're trying to target, and we want to create a product. I think that with our $250 price point, we're able to offer that luxury experience to more people than obviously our $1,500 bottle, which is so limited, but was really never intended to be broad. So we're really excited to share it, and this liquid is really exceptional.
Should we try some?
Yes, I'd love you to actually try some. And you have right there the private cask reserve.
I have this one?
Yes, so you have the $1,500. I actually want you to smell both.
Okay.
Just so you can smell the difference.
Oh, wow,
right?
Okay. Wow.
And you don't even like whiskey and you like it, right?
I don't even really drink, honestly, but I'm going to start.
Nothing like a 9 a.m.
It's so smooth. I know, right? Well, we're starting the day off right. By the way, my husband's from Kentucky before he moved to LA.
Yes.
So the jealousy that he's feeling right now, I'm sure, with me having this moment and it not being him, it's sad. We're gonna have to talk about that later.
Yeah, but what's really great about this is it's super smooth on that finish. It has a really nice spicy palate. It has the ginger, the nutmeg, cinnamon. So it's really a unique hybrid. I think what Ian's really proud about, and myself, is it's a product that appeals to a bourbon drinker as well as a Scotch drinker, and it's a little bit of both. So we're super excited to have it on the market.
What would you say is your secret to getting your brands everywhere? Because everyone knows about it, everyone wants to buy it. How do you get into so many different retailers?
Look, I always say to the people who work for me, if I didn't pay you your paycheck, how many times would you ask? They say I'm a heat-seeking missile. I don't, you know, we really work. We work hard. We work hard on our relationships. We have amazing partners, whether it's Empire New York or Southern in the other states, Allied in Jersey. So we have great partners who really help us sell through the product. I'm constantly on a plane traveling. If you watch my Instagram, J Macklowe, you'll see it's like, where's Julie Macklowe? And I think it's also, you know, finding a way to balance work-life is super important as a mom, you know. So, you know, I really try and be around for my kids as well. So it's, you know, trying to fit it all in a schedule. Luckily, I have amazing people who work on our team who help everything happen.
All right, so what would you say? We have a lot of mompreneurs and mom founders who watch this show. What would you say to them? They're trying to balance it all, they're trying to do it all. You are the epitome of success. You've done it, you do it every day, you show up, and you continue to come into new restaurants, new bars. How do you balance it all?
Look, I wake up early. I know that's often underrated. I try and exercise every morning to just calm my mind and have like those moments to myself. I think really scheduling your time out, it's so important to like have me time, to have family time, to have work time, and really make sure you're keeping the balance. I joke sometimes with my husband that I check out on Monday and check back in on Friday. But I do share an office with my husband for about 8 years, so I have lots of husband time too in the workplace, which some people think is mildly psychotic, but also gives us a really good time to connect with each other.
Well, thank you so much, Julie. Such an honor to have you. And thank you so much for tuning in. Coming up next, we have Valentina Ferrer, co-founder and CEO of Kapowder. You don't want to miss this.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Okay, we are here with Valentina Ferrer, CEO, co-founder of Kapowder. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so good. It is such an honor to have you here.
No, please, it's an honor for me to come here and talk about my brand, my films.
Oh my goodness, from Miss Argentina to living in New York, running your brand, a new mom, how has it been, this journey?
I feel like it's all about good habits. It's not easy, but having a kid help you on that. And I'm really happy. I feel like I'm growing, learning, and seeing the thing that you work hard happening. It's really good.
So encouraging. I feel like that journey to get there can sometimes be messy, can sometimes be so tough, but as you're doing it, you're evolving and you're growing. And for you, this whole journey, what has been the most impactful? What have been those moments in your career when you've said, wow, I'm really doing it. I'm really doing what I set out to do, wanting to be a mama one day and have a business where I can work with my child.
Well, I feel like now I'm in that moment that I'm feeling like all that I worked so hard and I saw it, but not everyone was seeing it. It's just a few person are happening. So it's really good because Kapowder is a wellness brand that before the quarantine, no one's really take care of themselves like it's now. So now it's a really good moment, and seeing that people understand the brand, you know, are people that incorporate that in the lifestyle is really good. And also the part of the mom is something that, you know, changed the life. It's something like inside you change everything.
You are helping so many people stay well, to de-stress, to feel better, to take charge of their lives. I mean, we think about how when you've got a million things going on in your life and you feel great, you're thinking about the million things. But when you've got your health is going down, you really struggle, that's the only thing you can think about. You can't think of all the things you want to accomplish.
Yeah,
so I love what you're doing here. Can you talk about the brand and what inspired you to create it?
Well, the brand that really inspired me because I was always, when I start traveling, I'm from a small town in Argentina. We are a big family. We always been like a sporty family, more hippie, chill, but eating really healthy. So when I start traveling, I realized that so much people were struggling with that, like making crazy diet. When I was in Miss Universe, I was like the diet that the girls did, like in the modeling, and that for me stuck in my mind, like why they cannot have a healthy lifestyle, enjoying the healthy lifestyle, and have a balance. So for me, that is how became more Kapowder. I used to go to supermarkets, stay there, like learning all the products, stuff, and trying to think how to help. And one person one day told me, like, when your passion and an idea of business come together, it's a perfect match. So that is how Kapowder became.
Wow, and I love your packaging because you talk a lot about traveling. I know you travel a lot in your career. You're a supermodel, actress, activist. You've done so much to make a big difference in the world, and of course an entrepreneur. But I love the packaging because I feel like you could slip it right into your bag and you can maintain a healthy lifestyle when you're on the go. Can you tell me some of the other key pieces of the brand that you knew were important to include?
Well, about the products, for me it's really important, like the probiotic, for me to incorporate, because I say, like, you need to have a balance. You need to go party and drink. Some days you want to eat healthy, sometimes not. So for me, the probiotic was really important to be in the company. To be gluten-free and vegan is really and organic because I'm celiac, so it's a sickness. And for me, traveling and seeing that I couldn't find products gluten-free, or some people told me like that is gluten-free, and when I was reading, was not.
Oh,
so
wow.
that I was like, that is a sickness. It's not a game. So for me, with Kapowder, we make sure that everything is made like right.
That's incredible. What would you say have been some of the challenges that you face as an entrepreneur?
Talents right now, and yeah, the challenge is when you get to different countries, it's so different everything. The permissions, like sometimes you need to change words that you have in the packaging just because in that country don't accept that.
Wow.
And some products, the logistic, that are the things that sometimes we struggle, but I love it. I love to learn. It's something that every day you learn something new.
That's incredible. And it is great to think about the market and to be willing to adapt and change. You do have a full female cast behind you. You have a great team of women who are crushing it. So can you talk about all of those conversations you've had with retailers and to grow your brand? What has it been like for you as a female founder, stepping into those different conversations?
That is a challenge, but it's so good. It's so good feeling. Like thinking that we always write papers and we start looking like how to get there, making a plan of contact, and we realize that that work team that you did, you got it there, and when you show your product, they love it. It's a really good feeling inside.
Absolutely. What would you say as you've been journeying through, what would you say is the stuff that has inspired you to continue on when maybe sometimes it gets tough?
I feel like you can go to sleep, wake up, and have a brand like, okay, we make that happen. You need to make more objective. Some girls come to me and I'm a really girl to girl, like I really love to help. And they are like, yeah, but it's not easy. And I say, no, it's not easy. And that is the challenge. That is the thing. When someone told me no, that made me stronger. That no for me needs to come a yes. So it's not easy, but you can't stop. Make that happen, work harder. They say you feel like you cannot do it, I don't know, look for new person, learn. I feel like learning from person that you admire is so good. Even talking with you, just before, we always learn.
Absolutely. And I love how you use social media to help your customer learn more about your product and to make sure that you're communicating all the amazing benefits. So can you talk about how social media strategy has played a big part in your marketing efforts?
Well, social media right now is something that I can say like it's almost all. Like it's really important. And communicate, like I say, after COVID, after quarantine, the communication became so different in social media and about taking care of yourself. So we try to show that it's not about like having abs. It's not about like, oh, I look good in the mirror. No, it's all about like feeling good inside. It's the inside out the important thing. Try to put that in your mind. If you feel good inside, after you focus more on your work, your mood is better and your mental health really helps.
How that's become an important piece of your brand?
Well, to getting back, like I feel like, yes, that is really important in our brand, and it's like something that I always say, it's like something automatically. Like when you give, you receive, and that is the thing. In the brand and as Valentina, we always try to give back. Me, I always do with Glasswing, that are all immigrant kids that come to the US without the family, and they want to make a dream true, like all immigrants want that. Like, oh, we are so happy, to have that lucky to be here and trying to make it. So I try to be the example for them and try help them to develop that as immigrants also.
Yeah, what message would you like to send behind? Because I think there are so many people who would dream of just coming to this country and having some of the opportunities. You've done that. You've charted this incredible path, and you've leveraged it into building an incredible, successful brand. What has that been like, and what advice would you share?
The advice is like, I'm coming from the mountains. I took my first time flight and I arrived here, I didn't speak English. I learned English from series. And it's not easy. Some days you feel like you cannot do it and you are far away from your family, but you can. It's just to focus. I always say focus in your things, in your ideas. You are, you know, no one can be like you. No one can have your ideas, so focus on that. And look for help, learn from different persons that you admire, and make that happen.
Wow. As a mother, how would you like to leave this world a better place?
Well, that is the thing that I try to do also with Kapowder and as a mother. As a mother, I feel like it's the thing that more gets stuck in the mind. You can tell also like when you have a baby, it's like you learn and you see so much problems in kids growing with the technology, with the type of food, with everything that goes too fast. So always my idea was, always grounded.
Slow it down.
Slow down and teach him the important things in life. In the end, I can grow Kapowder, I can have like a huge company, but if I'm not happy inside, I don't have nothing.
Wow.
So for me, that is to teach him. You can have everything or nothing, but go to sleep happy that whatever you are doing and wake up. My mom always says, wake up with the energy to do the things that you are doing and go to sleep happy that whatever you did during the day. No matter what it is, big, small, it's just on you.
Wow, and put it to bed before you go to bed. Thank you so much. That was incredible. And thank you for tuning in. I'm Rachel McCord. This is Female Founders, and we'll see you next time.